Alright, guys, I had to restart the my Wi-Fi a little bit, but I apologize for that. But other than that, um, exact awesome with love, support, and respect. And to greet new people one by one. Follow the instructions on YouTube, Reddit, and Twitter. Well, I guess, guys, I just had to restart. I just had to restart the son of a bitch a little bit more. But we were about to get some IGN news. We're going to get to that in just a moment. But other than that, if you guys want to catch more MLB 21 every 1 to 2 days a week, you guys can hit that like button, support button, and comment. And greet new people one by one. Got some tech. And who else? Oh yes, my girl Sony's Getaway too. I actually love this. I actually love her as a friend. By giving my love and I, since we've been together today, 1,560 days. That's the undefeated streak of our future. But on the guys, if you guys have a Twitter, you guys can follow me on Twitter. It's JD That's the awesome, wonderful, loving, caring, positive, and respectful commentator. You guys can bring that on the table as much as we can, and that's let me know what your first last name information is on Twitter. And yeah, we're gonna get some IGN news right about now. I was just trying to restart the broadcast, restart the damn Wi-Fi so it doesn't have to go inside or outside the square root. But other than that, guys, we're going to start from the very top once we get that. But on that, you guys call me Jack or JD with love, support, and respect. Hold on, let me see if I get this poll question one more time. Okay, guys, where do you plan? Like I said, I'm gonna do it for the third exact time. When do you plan on playing? Sit? No. There we go. When you plan on playing Halo Infinite this fall? Well, guys, this is actually still a IGN question. So let me see if I can do it between the list of the top 4 towards the bottom of the few. But other than that, my 2 capital letters, guys, are on Twitter. So I've been on Twitter for a little over 3 years. Been on YouTube for there we go. Over 5 years. Those two are pretty good achievements. But other than that, guys, my numbers are 824-656-00. If you guys have a Steam, if any time you guys want to follow me on Steam, request me on Steam anytime, you guys can check out what games you guys like to play, knowing a little bit more about yourself too, and see what else we can do. What it's all about, guys. Love, support, and respect is always 100% key. Not stopping what we're doing. What we do, well. He calls me the awesome commentator. I think you guys are always awesome, because I love you guys. And there's always something to think about, too. But other than that, the name is Zach Dawson 93. But there is no capital letters. If you guys like playing sports, music, RPGs, like checking out the very first form, the first 3 pixel remasters of Final Fantasy, of 1, 2, and 3. I did beat the shit out of the 3rd one when I was with my Subway family in the state of Ohio. And you guys can also check out the fourth installment of the remaster. But if you guys are not big fans of playing that, you guys can kickstart any other RPG on Steam and doing any sports or music, as long as you have some cash, like say a credit card, or again a couple of Steam gift cards. If you guys have a Reddit, you guys can request me on Reddit the way we do on Twitter. The name is Zach Dawson 1993. The only person I have on Reddit, guys, is only Kevin. I have to check him out every Friday through Mondays. He's actually wonderful. And you guys understand I keep up with the live chat very well. As we're back to what we're doing, guys, from the stretch, That's 2 balls and no strike. Kyle Schwarber, guys, spent his 6-year career with 2 teams. And also, guys, Schwarber is 1 for 1. But on the guys, with love, support, and respect, that's going to be a ground ball to mid-right, and that'll be a base hit to center. And that's a single for the Nationals. But on the guys, with love, support, and respect, the most important thing in this group, my highest mods is 213, my highest flocks is 29, top to is 98, and 113. That's always a couple of good opportunities, a couple of accomplishments that you guys have in this group, what I have in this group, as long as we do what we do. Having thumbnails, banners on your first channel or more than 1 or 2. Alright guys, next batter is number 19, Josh Bell. He's 0 for 1. But other than that, we watch videos in full. You guys can like the videos, support, comment in full. You guys can share me out, tweet me out on Twitter, YouTube, and Reddit. And you guys can vote Atlanta 33 and the Great Solomon at 14. That'll be 2 strikes and 1 ball. As you guys can see, Josh Bell was trying to hit something, but the ball was a little more too low. Alright guys, runner on at first, 1 out from the stretch. That will be, guys, that's going to be a foul, yeah, that's going to be a fly out to center. And that'll be out number 2 for the Nationals. But the runner is at first. Alright guys, today's date is October 2nd, 2021, as I repeat the same thing for the 3rd time, since the podcast stopped for the first 2 times already. Alright guys, here comes Starlin Castro. He's 0 for 1. Runner on at first, 2 outs. But alright guys, let's get started with IZN News today, guys. We got, let me know in the live chat, today's date is October 2nd, 2021. Alright guys, we got to check out the effects of a 5-minute video of the real, and so got to check out a video of the real world victims of the series of Squid Game. Like I said, Squid Game started 9 out of 10 for the most part. Usually I still have Netflix, but I don't know what the information on Netflix have that I do have with the fam. But as you guys can see, from the Squid Game Netflix TikTok, the complication videos, the Squid Game guys, that has some sort of the breakdown and pretty much the explained videos of the ending. Well guys, there's a look at the home run by Juan Soto, deep right field. It's gone, gets a good gift. Well guys, we go to bottom of the 4th inning, finale in Toronto. With love, support, and respect, the score is Nationals 1, Blue Jays 1. Alright guys, speaking of that, next up for the Blue Jays is George Springer. So far he's 0 for 1. Alright guys, bear with me on this damn connection this time. I don't want to just have to make sure it's not showing any set alive or anything. Alright guys, that's going to be single to center. And that's a single for the Blue Jays. So you guys can check out an IZN The Fix for that one, for entertainment, of Squid Game. Alright guys, back to the news. Here's the pitch by Lister. That will be a fly out to left field. Gets under it, makes the catch, and that's out number 1 for the Blue Jays. The runner will hold on at first today, guys, in this group. Alright, next up is Vladimir Guerrell Jr. He struck out in the 2nd inning. He's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch by Lister. That's 1 ball and no strike. Alright, guys, you guys can also see, if you guys have not yet seen Venom 2, you guys can check out how many end credits scenes that they're in the 2nd one. So the question off the bat, with the end credits, if you guys have not seen it, Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage Dead Suit, a 7 out of 10, which is actually not too bad. It goes on to state, what is actually next for Tom Hardy's Eddie Brock and Venom? As these guys that did the MCU for it, actually DC Comics for it, they pretty much have 1 or 2 ideas. Ground ball to right, double play, and he got him. Double play, and the inning is over. Not a good mixed bag, but any defense will take it, guys. And it does. Alright, guys, we go to top of the 5th inning. They play 4 innings of play. With love, support, and respect. Finale in Toronto.
Welcome back.
So yeah, and that's according to Scott Kalura. Luria or Kalaria. You guys can check that out if you like. See where that's going to go. I mean, I've seen some of the first Venom with, like I said, with Tom Hardy. But with the second one intact, being in theaters since yesterday, any of the two is a little more better. But I know seen the second one already since it was in theaters since yesterday. So you guys can check that one out. You guys can also check out a review of Astria Ascending. As an actual combat, guys, it's dragged down by a manicure story and a weak quest design. Swung a little too late on the slider. That's 2 strikes and no ball. And that would be the Castro guys. Jan Gomes. He's 0 for 1. Damn, guys, I'm still having the sore throat. After I tested negative for COVID-19, so my partner had the same thing. Same with one of the other roommates in the back too. But that's pretty much not much of a tough category, but not much of a big-time situation. But it's all good. Alright, guys, 2 and 2. Work ready to deal. That will be a ground ball to left field, gets the line drive, and that's a base hit to left field. And that's going to be a single for the Nationals. The fans in Toronto don't like it, as they just watch and pretty much get maybe a little bit pissed or something. But as you guys can see, that's according to Cameron Hawkins for the review of Astran Ascending. It's actually a JRPG, but any RPG like Final Fantasy for the most part, or Dragon Quest. Well, Dragon Quest is half and half turn-based, but that's usually another thing, but I'm not sure when the 12th one's coming out. Like guys, pick up Josh Harrison. He is 0 for 1. Grounded out in the 3rd inning. So yeah, guys, Astra Ascending has been out since September 30th. From the mound, throws the first in time. That's out number 1 for the Nationals. One of the first goes to second. We have out for PS4 and PS5. The developers that did do this game, guys, is Artisan Studios. And also the publishers too, guys, is Steel Villagers. So yeah, the game itself got a 6 out of 10, so I won't be buying that set anytime soon. Well, guys, here comes Victor Robles. So far, guys, he's 0 for 1. Number 16. Soto, Robles also has a flyout in the 3rd inning. Alright, guys, runner on at second. 1 out. Alright, guys, you guys can also check out the 7 best anime for beginners. As you guys can see, and that's according to Akeem Lawanson. Yeah, Lawanson. As you guys can see, the perfect anime titles I recommend toward your newbie friends. Like, say, Attack on Titan. I don't think Bob's Burgers is pretty much part of that privilege either. I mean, yes, it's good with anime, thanks to the ones from creators of Family Guy and so far and whatnot. But guys, that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound, blows the first defensively, and he got him. That's out number 2 for the Nationals. Alright, guys, back up top to the lineup. Here comes Trey Turner. He is 0 for 2. Alright, guys, top of the second. Actually, runner on at second. 2 outs, excuse me. It's the pitch by Rourke. But up top, but it does raise the strike range. That's 1 strike and no ball. Alright, guys, if you guys still have a copy for the sweats, you guys can check out Animal Crossing's new installments, new October bugs. With we are actually at the beginning of the first week of Halloween season. You guys can check out the bugs, fests, and sea creatures. Pretty much most of that on your checklist. As long as you have a good sweats, you guys can go after that. See what else really has to bring something perfect. Guys can also check out the complete guide of Eastwood. Not sure if it's actually an RPG or not. Alright guys, inning is over. We're going to bottom of the 5th inning. Finale in Toronto. With love, support, and respect, it's always 100% key. Score is Nationals 1, Blue Jays 1.
Welcome back for the bottom of the
so you guys can check out an inside scoop of that, see which one rings a bell, so that way you guys can have the good opportunities for Eastwood. Alright guys, you guys can see how the Sopranos got supercharged by the birth of Bing Watson. Like I said guys, it's been 25 years since the Sopranos started, but I haven't seen the entire series, but I've heard there's some good things involved in the series. But there is recently, specifically, there's going to be a movie based on that. I think it's going to be coming out next year, or maybe before the end of this year, with COVID-19 still going on, and pretty much with the pathetic use of the Delta variant. So, alright guys, here's the pitch by Lister. But it all depends. So you guys can check out how they got supercharged. You guys can also check out the fastest memory. Well, you guys in this group can speed up your PC. It's actually the crucial piece of the puzzle, which is actually pardon the pun, if you guys will. Like guys 1 and 2, is the pitch by Lister. We're gonna get something good. That's gonna be a foul to left. 2 strikes and 1 ball. From the stretch. Alright guys, that's going to be a ground ball to third. From third base, picks it up in time, throws to first. And that's the first out for the Blue Jays. Gets a nice quick out. Alright guys, next up is offense. Here's the pitch by Lister. Go right to waste the number of 34. Actually, my point is 34. My answer's still 28. I'm gonna be 29 next year on the 24th of June. The answer is yes, guys. I do have my pun's birthday approved. It was actually every January 4th of every year, so I have that approved. New Year's approved. December the 1st and 2nd, but it's all good. Thanks to Walmart management. Alright guys, from the stretch, that's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Alright guys, WTF questions. Venom left to be Connors' biggest WTF questions. As you guys can see, according to Joshua Yale, they point out the biggest plot holes all around weird happenings and Venom 2. Like I said guys, I have not yet seen the movie. But I do know it's pretty much on the app called Collidy on my phone. That's my. Let's double check really what this article is thinking today, guys. Let me look at that real quick. There's something about Ravencroft and other stuff. Pretty much the spoilers in between. Like I said, guys, if a movie is in theaters, like say Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage, that does have spoilers, I would have you guys know I wouldn't look at spoilers right now until you guys see the movie. That's what everybody should always have. You see the movie before you watch the spoilers. Between a 5-second count, so. Well guys, that's 2 balls and no strike. He also has real nice starts with 13 RBIs. Gets a nice altercation. Well guys, with 2 balls, here's the pitch by Lister. That'll be foul to left on a cut. 1 strike and 2 balls. 2 and 1. Here's the pitch by Lister. Once again, this time guys will be a foul to left. 2 strikes and 2 balls. Lister nods his head from the stretch. Alright guys, that's going to be a fly out to right field. Gets out of it defensively, makes the catch, and the side is retired. Hey, what's up, Erica? How you doing? We got a top of the 6th inning, guys. Finale in Toronto. But how's it going today, Erica? Good morning. How are you? Alright, guys. Next batter for the Nationals. Batting second is number 2 himself, Luis Garcia. He is 0 for 2. Guys got voted on that poll for the 3rd time after the broadcast pretty much got not much of altercation. Alright guys, there's 2 players in the bullpen, 1 righty and 1 lefty for the 13-10 Blue Jays. All I know is that said would have not been happening, so it's not happened the very first time. I think it's not the first time. But guys, that's going to be a ground ball to right, and that's a single to right field. That's a single for the Nationals. Gets a nice helping hand, but the fans don't like it. Alright guys, next up is Juan Soto. It's 1 ball and no strike. Happens a little bit, but only on occasions. Alright guys, next. Now we're selling your mobile devices, guys, for free. Anytime you bring a wireless charger, you guys can bring it anywhere you go. Whenever you're traveling, going out for supper, or pretty much doing some traveling too. You guys can get yourself a copy out of that. Where you guys can drop and go. Any phone you guys have for any phone company, you guys can bring that charger anywhere you go. I think that's a good thing. But there's no big charge out of it, guys, but pretty much a free example. Almost a hit by pitch, guys. That's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Let me double check here. Oh yeah, according to one of my peers at Walmart today, guys, 2 hours ago, today is Happy National Father's Brothers, Nephews, Cousins, Former Roommate Day. That's for most of us that if most of us have seen Spaceballs, kind of like Star Wars so far today, but Spaceballs is funny. Alright guys, that's going to be a ground ball behind second, and that'll be a base hit to center. And that's a single for the Nationals. Runner first goes to second today, guys, in this group. Only on 2 outs so far. Alright, okay guys, one last article. Konami is looking to revive some of its series titles through indie developers. And that's according to only, guys, IGN Japan staff. Of a famous IP address from the past. Could be coming back very soon or very shortly. That's pretty much through indie creators' eyes. Not eyes and ears, but pretty much anything extraordinary. See what else it really has to bring. Alright guys, Rocky IV Director's Cut is headed in between, headed to theaters for 40 minutes of brand new footage. And he makes the catch to left field, and that'll be it. Hang in there, guys. With love, support, and respect is always 100% key. We're going to bottom of the 6th inning, guys. Finale in Toronto. Score is Nationals 1, Blue Jays 1. Alright, guys. Next up to bat, between left to right, for the Blue Jays, is Alejandro Cook. He's 0 for 1. Also has a ground out in the 3rd. Gets signed down. Here's the pitch by Lister. Look for a nice pitch. And that's 1 ball and no strike. Last game, guys, Cook was 1 for 2, had a single from the stretch. I don't think we're going to let this one go either, guys. We'll probably just keep it on a good pace. See what else I can really get through today, too. We have brand new footage of having Rocky IV Director's Cut, which you had, pretty much, you guys remember what happened in the 4th one. We'll get to that in a second. Ground ball to short. Picks it up, throws the first in time, and that's out number 1 for the Blue Jays. You guys remember the 4th one? That Rocky IV, that most of us remember, was the director's cut between Rocky versus Draco. I mean, Draco as the Russian. But these 2 actors were played by Sylvester Stallone and Dolph Lundgren. Which I think they actually did a real good job between... After one, Dolph Lundgren's character Draco did towards his closer brother Apollo Creed. That's because he pretty much... I mean, Apollo just wanted to back out of this fight, but basically he pretty much has got... He pretty much just got his butt kicked by a man dressed as a white person. But he actually did very well. Well, guys, that's going to be a line drive to right field. And that's a double to right field. That's deep. That's a double for the Blue Jays, guys. Double number 6 by Bo Bichetti for the 13-10 Blue Jays. But that's according to Logan Plant today, too. But most of us in this group today, guys, is yes, Creed 3 is in development. I mean, that's the good news. The bad news, Sylvester Stallone's character's not going to be back. And looking for a diving catch, and he makes a nice catch to right field. And that's out number 2 for the Blue Jays. Weather does hold on to second after the double. So yeah, guys, you guys remember in the second one? What's the most familiar recall? Well, let me check out this article real quick, guys. As long as we keep ourselves in the live chat. We got Zoid Springer. He's 1 for 2. Runner on at second today in this group. 2 outs from the stretch. That'll be foul at home base. 1 strike and no ball. As in season average of 389. Not so bad from the stretch. Same spot. 2 strikes and no ball on the sinker.
On 0-2 here, he doesn't have to give in.
0-2. Here comes Lister from the stretch. Foul behind home base this time. 0-2. Lester ready to deal. This time it's going to be a foul to right. 2 strikes and no ball. From the stretch. 1 ball and 2 strikes. But yeah, guys, I've seen Rocky 4 plenty of times. I've seen most of the Rocky movies, especially the one I did not like the most was oh wow. I want to say maybe the 5th one, but the rest of the 4 were good. Real good, to be honest. It was kind of like a no-holds-barred in between, without having a boxing title match between Rocky and whoever he took on. Pretty much white to white, but it's all good. Alright, guys, we played 6 innings of play. We got a top of the 7th. Finale in Detroit. With love, support, and respect. Up an instant replay. The score is Blue Jays 1, Nationals 1. Alright, guys, get ready. Pitching next for the 13-10 Blue Jays will be number 68, Jordan Romano. 13th game appearance, 3-1, 1-loss record. And batting next for the Nationals is number 10, doing the catching, is Jan Gomes. So far, guys, Gomes is 1 for 2. He does have a single in the 5th inning. So, according to Logan Plant from yesterday, guys, since the 30th, a couple days ago, let's get right down to it. Sylvester Stallone's cut of Rocky 4. It's only coming to theaters one night only, and that's going to be coming up this September of next month. Let's see, we're already on the 2nd day of October already. The extended edition, guys, titled Rocky 4, Rocky vs. Drago. The Ultimate Edition, the Ultimate Director's Cut Edition, guys, that will also include 40 minutes of unseen footage. Now, some of the screenings, guys, will also include an exclusive Q&A, which is actually questions and answers. Alright, guys, that's going to be a foul out to left, the center, and it gets his glove, and he makes the catch. And that's the first out for the Nationals. With Stallone and a look at the making of director's cut of Rocky 4. If you guys want to know when the event's happening, what better way to do it of next month, November? As the event will be happening on November 11th, and tickets are on sale now at Fandom Events. We guys can see the official trailer of the recut on YouTube. I've seen Rocky 4, it was good. But Rocky 4, guys, you guys remember what happened when Apollo was taking on Ivan Drago back then? You guys can see Rocky 4 sees Apollo Creed, Rocky Balboa's enemy turned friend. You guys remember they pretty much became good friends at the end of the 2nd one. And they pretty much did too. But guys, he gets under it defensively, makes the catch. That's out number 2 for the Nationals. Well, guys, the last batter is number 16, Victor Robles, in this group. So far, he's 0 for 2, by flyout and a ground out. But yeah, guys, Rocky 4 did see part 1, 2, 3. Okay, guys, back to the news. You guys recall, when Rocky 4 came out back in the 1990s back then, you guys remember this one scene where Rocky 4 sees Apollo Creed, Rocky Balboa's enemy-turned-friend, being killed in a boxing ring after Ivan destroyed the shit out of him. Because he really, I'm pretty sure he wanted to turn on something better than something else in between. But he was an undefeated fighter as a Russian. You know, he was trained as a Russian. Pretty much he became an undefeated person as a unbeaten. Well, he was simply unbeatable as a Russian fighter by the name of Ivan Drago. But with Dolph Lundgren, guys, he was pretty much a badass when it comes to boxing. It feels like if anybody's undefeated, like say Apollo Creed, played by Carl Weathers in the first 4, he was not in the 5th one, but you know, he was pretty much undefeated too. I mean, the ones that were undefeated that Rocky took on back in the very first one was Apollo Creed, Mr. T, Ivan Drago, and pretty much in the last movie of the 5th one. Actually, the 6th one. There's been 6 Rocky movies, guys, and that would be Mason Dixon. What's him and Sylvester Stallone's character Rocky back then? They basically had a lot of respect. And then the last Rocky movie that he was in pretty much ended up being a draw, but nothing but respect. And that was good. Alright guys, that's going to be a single to center. That's a single for the Nationals. But yeah, nothing but respect between these two. But you guys recall, back when Rocky 4 came out, the movie itself earned over $300 million worldwide. During its original 1985 box office run, was actually a hell of a lot of money compared to any Rocky movie, especially with Rocky 4. But I'm not 100% sure how much money they made from the last one between Rocky, the very first Rocky, to the 3rd one. Well, that's actually really good too. Right around the first 2 outs with 1 strike is the pitch by Romano. It's going to be a ground ball to first. That's going to end the inning. Gets the first himself, and he'll get there. And the inning is over. 1 point connection this time, guys. Let's see how it lasts. Alright, guys, we go to bottom of the 7th. Finale in Toronto. With love, support, and respect, it's always 100% key today, guys. To Kevin, Sony, and Running Egg. Alright, guys, next batter for the Blue Jays will be Teoscar Hernandez, number 37. So far, guys, Hernandez is 0 for 2. He does have 2 consecutive flyouts. Well, guys, 13-10 Blue Jays. We're going to break this tie and get the offense back. Here's the pitch by Lister. From the stretch, 1 ball and no strike. Now, we all know in this group, guys, that Paulie's robot did not appear in Rocky 4, with Stallone saying, and I quote, "The robot is going to junkyard forever." But last summer, guys, you guys recall Sylvester Stallone he actually did confirm he was actually working on the director's cut of Rocky 4 back then, back in the mid-1980s, while promoting Rambo: Last Blood. But at the time, guys, Stallone said on Instagram saying, "I am doing a director's cut of Rocky 4, which will be amazing." Whereas I actually do agree with them for that. It's like the only movies that have a director's cut now is Rocky 4. Not sure what the other movies are, but if I were to name one more, it would be one of 2. But I'm not sure. Well, guys, that's going to be a fly ball to center. Gets out of it defensively. That's number 16. And he makes the catch. And that's the first out for the Blue Jays. Now, you guys remember, the Drago story continued back when Sylvester Stallone as Rocky was in his last appearance back in 2018's Creed 2. Once we saw Apollo Creed's son, Michael B. Jordan's Adonis Creed. When he recently took on Ivan's son, Victor, Ivan Draco's son, Victor. Now the thing about that one too, guys, get to that in a second. That's going to be a fly out to center. Gets under it, makes the catch in time, and that's the second out for the Blue Jays. Now what Creed 2 was continuing the boxer of Wadada Speed's fight, guys, to establish his own identity. The sequel, iconically, falls victim to the very lesson that he has to learn. But it's the only way, guys, to live up to a legacy is to create your own. I would say exactly. That's the way we do in this group, guys. What if I have to be on the clock at Walmart or whatever? And also, me spending the rest of my life with my women's diva. And that would be Rose. We've been together for 1,560 days today. That is a lot of days. With love, support, and respect. Because we love each other so much, we know what we have to do for our future. But there's really no bad problems, especially the way we work it out together. Lester nods his head. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a foul on a cut. 2 strikes and 1 ball. 1 and 2 from the stretch. But yeah, guys, Sylvester Stallone will not be playing as Rocky in the 3rd one, so it does break his damn heart that sadly all things must pass. But he is going to be in the 4th Expendables movie with the most famous actresses, as far as I know. Strikeout, and he got him, struck him out, and the inning is over, guys. Alright, guys, we played 7 innings of play. 1 point connection so far, just for the time being. We're at the top of the 8th, finale in Toronto. The score is tied at 1. Nationals 1, Blue Jays 1. Alright, guys, pitching next, get ready. Pitching next for the 13 and 10 Blue Jays will be Ryan Barutsky. He's making a 7th game appearance with a 4.70 run average. And leading off first for the Nationals is number 2, Luis Garcia today. Alright, guys, he is 1 for 3. He does have a single in the 6th inning. But yeah, guys, Stallone having an opportunity to do a director's cut of Rocky 4 based on his Rocky character versus Dolph Lundgren's character by the name of the Russian of Ivan Draco. I think it was a real good match. It was a really good, astounding boxing match. There actually was not any miscues on it. And that's the first out for the Nationals. But it's all good, guys. Alright, guys, you guys can finally consider yourselves news. After the stupidity of the internet for the time being, but it should be okay. From the stretch, 1 ball and no strike. Alright, guys, attendance today, 28,358. So the plan for today, guys, GameStop is slated tonight. You guys already know I'm trading in Hades, and I'm going to walk out with something for the PS5. But I'm not 100% sure if I'm hoping to go after Deathloop or Tales of Arise right now. But Malav and I were talking some business for the last couple days this week. I think I do know, guys, I'm still going to be buying an RPG for the PS5 for sure. Picks it up, throws the first in time, and that's out number 2 for the Nationals. Alright, guys, next batter is Kyle Schwarber, number 12. He is 2 for 3, guys, keeping himself competitive. And that's 1 ball and no strike. Yeah, my pun is at work until 4. So he does not get off till 4 today, tomorrow, and Monday. As long as we don't have to have anything else under control. From the stretch, 2 balls and no strike. That ball pretty much, guys, got away from him a little bit, and he knew it. Trying to get something else inside the zone, but he misses further to the right a little bit. Betting next guys on deck is Dos Bell. Alright, guys, with 3 balls from the stretch. That will be foul on a sinker. 1 strike and 3 balls. Pitch by Barutsky. I think that's the only pronunciation I can only come with, or maybe have something different.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
Alright, guys, 3 and 2. Here's the pitch by Barutsky. Check swing, strikeout, and he got him. The Schwarber's out of there. And the side is retired. Alright guys, with love, support, and respect, and knowledge is power is always the key. Go to bottom of the 8th inning. All tied up at 1. Alright guys, next batter for the Blue Jays will be, guys, Rowdy Tolowitz. It's hard to find his rhythm, guys. He has 2 strikeouts. He's 0 for 2. Gets signed down. Lister looking to do some damage. Here's the pitch. One ball and no strike. Okay, Bad Habits will step in. He brings up 13. That's nice. Like I said, guys, Main Skin is a good group. They're pretty much a good alternative rock group, and I actually like the group, to be honest. They're actually real good. But yeah, I'm always an 80s, 90s person, top active rock person, so on and so forth, but it's all good. It's whatever stuff you guys like listening to be honest. Like, say, Coheed and Cambria. That's also something off the bat. There's actually one of my peers, one of my peers is a longtime fan of them, to be honest. Like, guys, here's the pitch by Lister. It really is. Strikeout, and he got him. And that's the first out for the Blue Jays, guys. 6 strikeout by John Lister. Alright, guys, Brewers 8, Marlins 5, and Milwaukee. The Red Hot Dodgers 5, Reds 1 in Los Angeles. Yep, that's why they're called the Red Hot Dodgers today. Alright, guys, next batter is Vladimir Guerrell Jr. So far today, guys, he's 1 for 2. Rockies 5, Giants 3 in San Francisco. Yeah, guys, Guerrero Jr. is 1 for 2. He does have a run scored and a double. Alright, guys, with 1 ball. Lester ready to deal. That'll be fouling a sinker. 1 strike and 1 ball. Mets 14, Red Sox 2 in New York City. From the stretch. Like swing, that will still count as a strike, guys. 2 strikes and 1 ball.
Hey, it's a game of execution. If the pitcher stays
okay, that David's number 22, 24. 21 pilots are good too, guys. I haven't listened to the current track that they have, and that's Saturday. But I've heard it's a good hit. That is something that we will expand on. So, from the stretch. Strikeout, and he got him, struck him out. And that's out number 2 for the Blue Jays. 7th strikeout by John Lister. Big moves up to 30. David 31, 32. Walker Hayes, I've heard he is good too. That is something that's not too bad. That's something more expanding for it, but it's all good. Alright, guys, here comes Alejandro Cook. Alright, guys, that's going to be called from second base. Makes a nice looking catch, and the side is retired. Alright, guys, we got a top of the 9th. Get up and stretch, guys, with love, support, and respect. As always, 100% key to Kevin, Sony, and Running Egg. Finale in Toronto. Alright, guys, here we go. Pitching for the 13-10 Blue Jays. With number 36, AJ Cole. 12th game appearance. Has an 0-1, 1-loss record. And next batter for the Nationals. It's number 19, Josh Bell. It's 1 for 3. Does have a single in the 6th inning. Alright, guys, we have a couple likes. Let's get those likes up there. Despite the stupid broadcast crashing. But this time it's not crashing at the moment. After one time earlier so far today. And I think we should be okay. Alright, guys, with 1 strike, here's the pitch by Cole. From the stretch. That one, guys, not a good idea. That's going to be a pop-up from the mound. And he makes the catch. That's 1 out for the Nationals. Alright, guys, that'll bring up next Sean Castro. He's 0 for 3. Well, I haven't made another establishment either.
First offering on its way.
Alright, there we go. Alright, guys, there's 1 play in the bullpen.